Congratulations, you've reached 40. A new life awaits. If you're not serious about this, hang up. But if you continue, there's no way back. Leave your message after the beep. Toodles! I've waited my whole life for this moment.
40 is just the beginning.
It's scary, but exciting.
I thought I would have everything figured out by now.
This is the life I wanted, I think.
I am Adedayo, and this is 40s Speak.
Will you believe me if I told you that till now, I still don't believe I'm in my 40s? The most important thing at the end of this is just leave a mark. Like, what will people remember you for? CNN picked it up, BBC picked it up, everybody, even international artists. CNN reached out and did an interview with me as well. And all of a sudden, a lady just commented on my Instagram. She was like, "It's a lie. Nikki, that's my brother that just walked behind you. We thought he was dead."
Goodness.
I remember when I met Nedu of Azobia FM, and he was telling me, man, I stepped in Jigawa, and there was this group, I was the head of music. I was like, what's the name of the group? He said, Bristol Clan 129, can you cook me? I said, do you know I started that group? He said, you are the Nikki they were talking about, that you are the Nikki everybody has been talking about. Why I said DJ Copy, when DJ Copy heard about my foundation, she decided to just come on board and help us send a lot of our students to school.
I love trees. They're like us. Roots in the ground and head to the sky. These are the words of Eri De Luca. How could one fail to agree with him? Think about it. With roots deep in the ground, they draw strength to head into the sky. Holding out their branches, they find expression. Perhaps this is the essence of the human being, knowing that we are trees with deep roots, having many branches and bearing fruit, being a place of safety and shade for others. In this episode, I'm speaking with soul singer, humanitarian, songwriter, radio host, and founder of Angels for Life Foundation, Nikki Laoye. Hailing from the musical lineage of the talking drum legend, late Oba Adetoyeshe Laoye, Nikki has turned every facet of her life into an opportunity to inspire and uplift those around her. We're going to talk about how she's able to keep up the energy while embracing new phases. Nikki, it's so great to be catching up with you again, and I am so excited to see you. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel like to you?
Oh my God, it's actually not easy. That's what you saw me. You start switching hand like this.
Yes, please. Where's that place?
Where, excuse me, I was just thinking, really like...
Oh God, don't blind us.
I won't blind you.
It's so lovely
Thank
to
you.
see you so happy.
Thank you.
To see you so... In fact, that happy is the word I want to stress.
Oh.
Nikki, the happy go girl. Is there any time that you're ever like down?
No, I'm only human now. There will definitely be some days and some moments where life would like give you one dirty backhand slap like that. But you have to find a way to just pick yourself up and realize that you only have one life to live. Absolutely. And like I always tell people, the joy of the Lord is really my strength. I'm happy in the fact that I'm alive. God is with me. And that just gives me the strength. Even when I'm going through stuff, I just know that God would only allow what he would use. Even whenever I go through anything, I know God is allowing it because he wants me to learn from it, to grow from it. So that's how I look at life. Even when things are going crazy, I know that there's something I'm supposed to learn from it.
Draw out of it.
I pick it up and move on.
Wow, great. So what does sporting mean to you? I remember seeing your birthday. I think you played Little Mermaid. You must have played the soundtrack from Little Mermaid at your birthday, I hope. You had the Ariel cake thing.
Oh, no, that Ariel cake was from 37.
Oh,
was when I was 37.
Okay.
I had Boss Nikki, a.k.a. Boss Baby.
Yeah. Boss Baby, I
for the
remember
40th.
that one.
You've been following my cakes. No, the truth is, I have a very childlike heart. I think growing up with 3 brothers and myself, we love cartoons. Even till today, we love video games, everything, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, them. So I grew up with a childlike mind. So even me, even though I'm in my 40s now, I'm like, please, I'm not going to lose my sense of, that childlike moment of my life. I love Little Mermaid. I love cartoons. I love Boss Baby. So that's why for my 40th birthday, the Boss Baby cake just came to my mind. So, of course, it was Boss Nikki with pounds on it this time around.
So what does sporting really mean to you?
Will you believe me if I told you that till now, I still don't believe I'm in my 40s? I'm telling you.
You don't look it.
I don't
so
look
it's
it.
okay.
I'm actually going to be 42 this year. And I still haven't gotten over the fact that I don't even enter 40.
You've crossed that.
I can't even believe it yet because I still feel like the way I've always felt since I was 20, 21. And my knees remind me I'm getting older once in a while, even though I'm a dancer and all of that. To be 40, it just means that, wow, we've crossed over a certain level of maturity and we're moving to another level of this time around you're thinking children, you're thinking future, you're thinking house, you're thinking there's a new level of responsibility at the age of 40 and I'm like, well, I'm still trying to get used to it, I won't lie to you, because I still can't believe it yet, but it's a lot, it's different. It reminds you that you're no longer the child of yesterday, oh Jesus.
Wow, that is so true. That is so true. For me, I'm just going to be 40 anyway.
Welcome, becoming.
And I suffered a lot of anxiety, I'm telling you. It's been from talking to people who's been 40 or probably been 40 a while though, and they're just telling me, girl, it's normal, just calm down. You will be, because
Don't worry,
last
you'll
year,
be fine.
I'm telling you, last year I was just like, God, Jesus. Hey, it didn't dawn on me. When my sister did her 40th, I just felt, whatever, she's 40, not me. It's not happening to me anytime soon. And then the next thing, hey, Jesus, you're 40, you're going to be 40. I was just like, man, I just need to really get myself together. I need to find myself. I need to realize the purpose for my being beyond, what I am doing. Because a lot of people confuse their identity with the work, the success that they achieve and all of those. I want you to really touch on that. You are Nikki the celeb, Nikki the dancer, Nikki daddy's girl, Nikki the humanitarian, Nikki the happy-go fellow, Nikki the entrepreneur. So many things to Nikki. Nikki, please, I want to know, since clocking 40, or even if you found yourself before then, how did you really journey to self?
The truth is, it didn't just start today. Nikki has just always been a work in progress for as long as I can remember. Because the truth is, wherever you are right now, there's a foundation that has led you to this point, and that's been the same with me. First of all, I have to say from my background, my parents, my dad, coming from a musical lineage, from the Obadeto Eshe Laoye lineage, the Laoye Ajeniju royal family lineage, the drummer king lineage, my grandfather who was a pianist, a singer, my mom, the dancer. So everything wrapped together made Nikki who she is today. Watching my dad sing, play the guitar, play the talking drum while he was a businessman and electrical engineer, watching my mom being that project manager and at the same time could dance and sing. All of that wrapped around itself, inspired me as a kid. And of course, their kind heart, their large heart towards people made Nikki the humanitarian she is today with my foundation, Angel for Life Foundation, working with people with disabilities. So the truth is that I give it to my parents that I took a lot from them and they helped to build the girl that is Nikki Laoye today. And I used to tell God, I just want to be your hand. I just want to talk to people. I want to encourage someone. I want to inspire someone. And getting a chance to work with people like Cobams from my very first single in 2006. Cobams, who is visually impaired. And of course, seeing how he was such a strong man, able to do stuff alone by himself with the help of his parents and siblings, inspired me to be a big sister to people with disabilities. And that's how the foundation started. So the truth is, a lot of things happening around me, triggered everything that has helped me to become who I am today with my journey and my life. And I just thank God for all of that. And of course, getting to meet amazing pastors, friends, situations like that just help Nikki. And that's why everything shows in my music. I want to encourage, I want to inspire. With my foundation, I want to do that as well. Just constantly being God's hands right here on earth.
Amazing.
Seasons bring both joy and challenges. And it often comes with the question of whether to continue with what we've always known or create a new path, hoping to find our identity. Nikki has mostly found herself in the right places at the right time, doing the right thing. And at other times, she's had to create the opportunities for herself. I'm about to uncover how she was not sucked up in the endless cycle of achievements and failures, but focused on leaving a mark and sowing seeds that will eventually outlive her.
I'm like, there's so many parts to you.
that people are actually even just discovering. Because I said Nikki the humanitarian, Nikki the this. Nikki, I remember your CNN feature.
I won't lie, I didn't even expect that. Being, of course, I've always been a humanitarian with my Angel for Life Foundation. And then, of course, that year, that CNN, that was 2017. And, of course, I've also served as the voice for refugees, migrants, and internally displaced persons with the NCFRMI. That's the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and IDPs. And as at that point in time, I was serving to help to ensure that people know the plight of IDPs in Nigeria, especially from the north, refugees, migrants, and all of that. Then all of a sudden, you remember that CNN pushed out this video showcasing Nigerians that are being, imprisoned, kidnapped, and held down in Libya. And, a lot of Nigerians were not like, oh my God, what's happening? What's going on? But because I served with the NCFRMI, I'd known that the government had been working with international organizations to actually bring Nigerians back home. But I guess people just didn't know what was going on. So I reached out to the organization and I was like, see, I'm your voice. Can I come to the airport and help, capture this moment and let people know that you guys have actually been rescuing Nigerians. And I remember that night I went to the airport to capture one of the flight returns. And of course, being Nikki, the TV host, radio host and everything, I just carried my phone and I was like, hi, this is Nikki Laoye. And we're right here at the airport.
That was done with your phone?
With my phone. I just used my phone to capture those moments, to let people know. And my videos went viral. CNN picked it up, BBC picked it up, everybody, even international artists, different people were picking up saying, oh, Nigerians are actually being returned back home and all of that. And CNN reached out and did an interview with me as well. And I was like, I was just doing my job. That's what I'd been doing for a couple of years before that situation came up. And I was just being in the right place at the right time. And one thing I thank God for was the fact that a lot of families were reunited. Right. A lot of families that thought their siblings or members of the families were lost or dead. I remember one particular day, that story I can never forget. It was one of the days the planes were returning and I was going to the airport to capture the flight return and there was so much traffic. And I was feeling so bad because I was calling how fast the plane landed. Well, like the plane had landed. I was feeling so bad that, I'm not going to be able to capture people coming down and report. But my spirit said, keep going, just go to the airport. So I got to the airport and just the last set of people coming down from the plane, I just quickly went with my camera to say, guys, more people have landed from Libya, more Nigerians. I recorded that and I posted. And all of a sudden, a lady just commented on my Instagram. She was like, it's a lie. Nikki, that's my brother that just walked behind you. We thought he was dead. Goodness. We thought he was dead. We've been looking for him for years. I'm telling you. So God wanted me to just get there at the right time to record the brother arriving.
I'm touched very much by the joy and the passion that you exude talking about this. And I'm telling you, and it's leading me back to the question of purpose and identity. Because when you're doing this, I'm not sure you were doing it, you were just being Nikki.
Yeah. Just being Nikki. I like that. Just being Nikki.
You were just being you. I know. I remember my own story with you meeting in Jigawa. Nikki, you literally hijacked me from going to wherever, to one far-flung place. No, you're coming with me. Let's go do this.
Yes.
Let's go do that. We lived together for some time.
Yes.
We set up
priesthood clan.
Yeah, PC129. I danced.
Yes.
Which I never thought
you
I
had no choice. You had to learn the choreography and everything. I made her dance.
It was quite an experience. I could never forget it. You set up that and you left Jigawa then, came to Lagos. We were still in Jigawa. We handed that down to another set of people and I'm sure handed down. How many seeds of great vision have you sown all around?
Oh, thank you.
That's still here. And I want you to find a way to help me connect it to finding your identity because people are busy with activity. They're busy achieving success, but it's far from who they really should be or, the sense of purpose and identity. How are you able to align all of these together to then make Nikki what Nikki is today?
Well, I always just have this mindset that we're not just here for being here's sake. God actually created the earth and put us in it to achieve something. So I believe that for every second you are here on earth, you should be achieving purpose. You should be doing something. You should be making something happen. And like I always say, you are God's hands here on earth. So in what way are you being God's hands here on earth? I remember that time when we were serving in Jigawa. That was my first time of being in the north, 2004, 2005.
I cried, by the way, when I heard the post.
My dad didn't want me to go because I was like, Jigawa, where is that?
That was my own word too.
But I was so happy because being there also was a new level of experience. And I remember then we were youth corpers in a funny land, like in a different land. And I was like, we need to create something. And that's why I came up with our priesthood clan, 1 to 9. And I was just like, I wanted to create a group where we can, use the gift of music, dance, drama to actually inspire even the northerners around us. And the most important thing at the end of this is just leave a mark. Like, what will people remember you for? I remember when I met Nedu of Wazobia FM, then when he was still in Wazobia FM and all of that. And Nedu was telling me, man, I served in Jigawa. And there was this group. I was the head of music. I was like, what's the name of the group? He said, Priesthood Clan 129, Kenikok. I said, do you know I started that group? He said, you are the Nikki they were talking about that. You are the Nikki everybody has been talking about. I said, yes.
Goodness.
And it actually touched my heart that, things like that can live long or live on after you. And that's the essence of leaving a legacy behind. And that's the most important thing about anything you're doing. How are you inspiring the world around you? How are you letting people see that you are God's hands on earth? What part of God are you expressing? Is it love? Is it peace? Is it justice? Whatever it is.
I'm sure I can tell the part of God that you are expressing. In many ways.
So at the end of the day, that's just what it really is about at the end of the day. The sense of purpose, what do you want to achieve? If it's about making money, we can all say we're all making money and sit down in our houses. But at the end of the day, is that all you really want to be known for? Don't you want to leave something behind, for your children and other generations after you? So really, that should actually push everyone in everything they're doing.
Absolutely. Very, very thoughtful of you. Thoughtful of you to have set up the group, thoughtful of you to have created fun in so many ways, and thoughtful of you to have touched lives. Because by PC 1 to 9, then I remember the church always used to be filled.
Yeah.
Like anytime we held a concert, it was always a packed room. It's so great. It's so great.
When we go through moments of shame and disappointment, it's hard to see the future we could be stepping into. And so, we hold on to certain things we should have let go. It's only natural to seek solace amongst our own when going through a storm. But what happens when the ones we look to look away? If we're willing to let the winds move us and not break us, then we will be ready to embrace a bolder, stronger version of ourselves.
I saw one of your podcasts. And you said, in fact, I watched quite a number.
Oh, thank you.
But in one particular one, you said, I don't live in regret. I don't live in regrets. I know you had some dark moments in your life and your journey, but you were still beaming with life, happiness. There was no stopping to the dance in your feet.
No.
I'm like, this lady just never stops. Like, what's happening, Nikki? Like, take a moment, take a break. What's your motivation?
I like
that even when you're down, you're still going. What exactly motivates you?
You actually already kind of answered it. There's something you said, I was always beaming with light. And the funny irony is I've always known that. I've always been that source of light. One of my English names, Helen. Helen means light. And I've always wanted to be God's light everywhere that I go. And even though I'm going through that dark season, dark moment, that's one thing God always told me. When I was going through my divorce, when I went through losing my dad, when I went through so many things that could have torn me apart, God just said, Nikki, you have to stay there. Let them see me in you. Let them see you still shining with love. Let them see that this has not broken you down or taken away, that my hand is still on you. That's what God was always telling me. My hand is still on you. And I want people to see you as a source of strength. It's a lot because sometimes I'm like, God, I'm not strong now. How do you want me to be the source of strength to somebody else when I'm still trying to even carry my own self? And God said, don't worry. Chippy always said the joy of the Lord is your strength. I am your strength. Stay joyful, stay happy, and you will never lose that strength.
Wow, that's one of the reasons I will call you a musician that is a Christian, much more than I will call you a gospel artist. I'm serious. Because I'm like, Nikki is in so many places. Our songs are not necessarily, oh, Jesus this, oh, Jesus that, oh, Father. You touch a love, you touch a life, you inspire with your music. And I must say thank you for the incredible work that you're doing. You're going to tell me more about 40. And I'm not. And the question I'm going to ask you is to do with finding love at 40. When 40 came knocking, did you give up?
No.
Or were you already dating at that time?
No. When
you knew you were
was
going to
I
be married
40?
again?
Okay, 40 was 2020. No, I wasn't married. I just got married.
No, I'm saying, did you know you were going to
No.
be married again?
I had my moments where I felt like, okay, God, be like, say, this marriage thing, maybe I would just put it on pause. Because like I mentioned, you just highlighted about the podcast that I started with my husband. I was actually telling people that there was a season where I felt like, okay, maybe, maybe I should find a sperm donor or something.
I heard that.
And just have one child. And I'm not sure maybe I want to get married again. Because the truth is that a lot of mature singles are actually dealing with things like that, where they feel like they've given up on love. They might never just find that partner that would ever work with them and all of that. They just say, okay, you know what? Maybe I should just have one child. And the truth was that I was ready to do that. But God...
Was that the pressure of the age?
Not the pressure of age. It was just like at a point in your life, you're just wondering, maybe it might just not happen again, and like, well, I gave you my best shot, it didn't work. But God told me, say, Nikki, you are not born to be single. You single like...
He was packing you low now. He was giving you
God
a
also
chocolate.
spoke through my pastor, Pastor Paul Adefara, saying, that day when he asked me, so Nikki, how far? I said... Sir, I don't think I'm going to get married again. He said, you're not born to be single. He looked at me and said,
Nikki, the lover
it's
girl.
not smart of you. You're a lover. I said, but the truth was, I think hearing that actually encouraged me. And I started opening up to dating again. So I actually asked God about that. Where do you want me to serve next? And when God now directed me to the almighty snatcher of Rooftop MC, who is my husband today. And of course, he had lost his wife. From cancer, and they have four amazing children. And
Lovely.
of course, when God this time around I said, you're going to be the mother of one children, I was like, hey, Jesus. It was actually a whole new dimension I wasn't expecting to see. And this was my friend of 20 years. We've been friends for so long and all of that. And I won't lie, it took a lot of God letting me know that he was in this. Because as much as I loved my friend, fell in love with my friend, because then we've been friends for so long, we're never in love with each other, attracted to each other, but God said, this is where God actually told me, take care of my son and these 4 children.
Wow.
And I was like,
I heard that
wow.
on your podcast, and I'm like, everyone needs to see that. It was so insightful. It is inspiring for anyone who's going through, whether it's grief or you're going through a really defining moment in your life as a single parent or as someone. You told a lot of touching story on that episode, and I must say that it's so great to see you at this stage now, and how you came of age to own your own self, own your story, and not let anybody cancel you. I know you touched on the cancel culture in the church at that time. Did you feel disappointed?
The truth is that cancel culture thing, and especially when you're a matured single, it gets to you a lot more than when you were much younger and all of that. And a part of me wanted to feel so upset and disappointed at people, especially when the news of my divorce went viral. It's crazy that even till now, if you type Nikki Laoye divorce, but everything is everywhere. And and it really hit me, and I wanted to go and hide in my shell. But God told me, nope. I said, God, now, please, now let me run. He said, nope. It's now I want you to shine the most. I want them to see that I'm still with you, because God was trying to say, I don't counsel anybody. So why? I didn't send them that word.
But that's a religious problem.
Yeah,
you find that a lot in the church.
That happens a lot. And God is like, I didn't send you that work. I didn't ask you to counsel anybody. I don't counsel. Look at the simple story of the adulterous woman in the Bible. And Jesus said, he who has not sinned before, cast the first stone. And that just shows that God doesn't counsel us. He loves us back home. And that's what we need to do. And, it helped me, knowing that God loves me regardless. God's love helped to pull me back up. And that's just what I want to even tell mature singles out there, that, when it just looks as if everything is going crazy, hold on to God, because God is is the only constant thing that never changes. People will change. People will turn their backs on you. The same people that say hail Jesus today, tomorrow will say crucify him tomorrow. So if you're depending on people, you will never move on. So even when life, love, everything seems like it's crashing down, hold on to God and let him be your strength to find love again, to find that new purpose again, to find that new hope again. Even after the dreams or the goal has been dashed once before, it doesn't mean you can't start up again.
Now in your 40s, what are you most excited about looking back?
Being in good health is the most important thing. Once you are healthy and okay, you can enjoy everything else. I'm telling you, you can enjoy everything else.
So health is a box
health
you
is
must check.
Yes, a major box. So you have to make sure you're watching your diet. You're making sure you're taking your multivitamins, everything you need to keep yourself okay. At this point in time, especially as you're growing older, to ensure, especially in your 40s, to ensure that you're doing great with your health first. Health of your mind too, not just of your body alone, your mind, the kind of things you're feeding your mind, the kind of people around you, because it also helps at this stage of your life because so much is happening and you have to ensure that you are healthy in your mind, you're healthy with God also. Stay with God in your 40s. That's what also keeps you and help you as you're growing older. So those are these things that are very important at this time to ensure that you are also looking out for number one, and that is you. You are number one. A lot of things will come at you, life, but you have to make sure you're looking out for number one, you. Yes.
Great. My last question to you.
Okay.
What is on your wish list between now and the next decade, as you know, as we begin to journey on? What's on that? What's that one thing that's on your wish list?
One thing on my wish list is more money.
Everyone has that.
No, more money, of course. When I mean more money to build the legacy and the home for my children, for my husband, for our kingdom unit, for this purpose that God has called us for. Just that more financial streams to help to make it a reality. There are more lives that need to be touched. There are more lives that need to be, encouraged and inspired. And the truth is, we do need money to do some of these things, to create some of these platforms, to actually get this work done. For my foundation, more grants needed to help more people with disabilities, to help, support the children living with cancer that we're also supporting as well. So that's what I mean by more money, just to get these things done and help improve the lives of the people that I work with.
Well, looking back now with all the people that you've worked with, humanitarian, the people with disabilities and all of that, which one inspires you the most?
I think it will be the story of DJ Copy. Let me say that. Why I said DJ Copy, when DJ Copy heard about my foundation, she decided to just come on board and help us send a lot of our students to school. She just did that, and she, since then, for about 4 or 5 years now, she's been doing that, paying their school fees every year, ensuring that they finish their education. That's just major because these students, these people with disabilities get a new chance at life because Copy decided to say, Nikki, whatever you're doing, I'm on board with you.
Wow. Great.
Yeah.
And whatever you are doing, we are on board.
Oh, shit. Thank you so much, Taya.
And because you're on board with us for this, and we appreciate you.
Thank you.
It's been quite an awesome time talking to you, learning more about you, and some of your anxieties at 40. Did you worry? The day you woke up and you were 40? The day of 40
I was
itself,
laughing, Seth.
You were laughing.
It didn't feel any different. It just felt like another day.
No anxieties, no
nothing.
Oh, wow.
It just felt like another day. I'm like, hey, I'm 40. Really? Oh, yeah, right. That's how I felt.
You must really be. I think you should be selling.
I still feel like that.
Start bottling your happiness drugs.
I wish I
start
could.
Bottle and sell. Start bottling it and
sell.
One of the most important things that I love the most about you is your love, your outward expression, and immense love for God, without being religious about it. It's incredible how you do that. And I think a lot of us need to take learnings from you.
Yes, so learn from me.
Yes, so learn from Nikki. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aya.
Okay.
Nikki talked about how embracing her true self helped her move through different phases without regrets, find her voice and her place, and also find fulfillment in being an expression and extension of God's hands. Knowing that He put us on earth to achieve something, to live a life of impact, to leave a mark. And I couldn't agree more.